Okay, I'm going to do a synth sound. This is a single image from thousands and thousands of images. That's going to be a nightscape video, a time-lapse from dusk to dawn, and I need to make music for it. And what better to make sort of music for these sort of nightscapes, galactic stuff, than synth sounds. Okay. So I'm using Yoshimi to make the synth sound. Yoshimi is based on ZynAddSubFx. That's available for most systems. Yoshimi is only a Linux software synth, but the principles should be similar to any other synthesizer. And the ZynAddSubFx is in many cases quite similar, so it should work on any system if you use Zyn. But here I'm using Yoshimi and Linux and Ubuntu Studio. I'm on Ubuntu Studio 24.04 and it comes pre-installed with Yoshimi and a lot wonderful free and open source software. So take a look at Ubuntu Studio 24.04 or some other version. You can try it on a USB memory stick. Just you can use it from it. So just go ahead and try it. Okay, let's get into the real thing. So first of all, we want to see. This is the when you open Yoshimi. This is how it looks like. And before we start with a new sound, this is only a simple sound. You can hear it. Only a single note, clear note, just a sine wave. So it's quite boring, okay? But even if it sounds like this, it's better to press the reset button so everything is zeroed. So there aren't some setups or some dongles somewhere that affects the sound, so you can start from scratch. Okay, so we reset it and it should sound like this. I'm playing it with my MIDI keyboard, so okay. Now first change the name of the, I'm pressing the left mouse button and this is going to be called Light Through Night, as the video is going to depict a sort of nightless night when it does not get enough dark. Okay, that's the name. And then we can start with the edit. So press edit here, and now we have the basic window, and you can see there's one enabled. But first, who is doing this? So that's me, and as this is done by me, my own sound, and for a specific project like the video here, it's I'll even if the software synth and the software is free and open source, that does not mean you can't use it for your own stuff or your project stuff. So, and if you are the one that only wants to copy things, this isn't for you. This, I want to inspire you to try synthesis and making a synth sound. If you want to copy it, just copy things. There are tens of thousands of synth sounds available everywhere, or just buy a synth with hundreds of thousands of synth sounds. But if you love music, love sound, like me, and you have a curious and creative mind, you can't go wrong with synthesis or synth sounds, making them by yourself. Okay. And I can say you, this can give you fun, or there is lifetimes in plural of fun in doing synthesis and playing around with these sounds. Okay. So now you can see that there's an AdSynth enabled. That's the sine wave. So we started it. Don't be afraid and overwhelmed by these. I don't understand everything, not that much, but that doesn't. You don't have to be afraid of it. The worst thing that can happen is that you make a sound that sounds awful. Okay, that's not bad. But you can also make a sound that sounds beautiful, wonderful, and you can have a lot of fun doing it. So just play around with these. So we start with the first. So this is the AdSynth global stuff. We don't care about this now, and we open the voice parameters here, and okay, this is a bit more overwhelming still, but don't look at all the buttons and stuff. For the first sound, I want to make a galactic beat, or sound, heartbeat of the galaxies, sort of. So we start first. We don't want all these notes. We just want one note. I'm pressing my MIDI keyboard here. I'm playing it with it. So we press this one, and now doesn't matter what key I'm playing, it plays the same note. This is the lowest key on 88 keyboard, and this is the highest. If I take it out, highest and lowest, you can't hear it, but okay. So we want only one note playing. It doesn't matter what note we're playing, and as we want it to be a beat, or the heartbeat, we'll go down 3 octaves perhaps. That's pretty low. Okay. And then the fun starts. We press waveform, and don't be overwhelmed. Just play around with these things. So this is the sine wave, just a simple note. press this one. So you can change the sound by modifying the ZynAddSubFx. This can be really complex, but we're not going to make it that complex. So I'm choosing chirp as a base function. It changed it, and it sounds quite different now. Compared to a sine wave. And then we want a bit more character in the sound, and we want the beat. We have only one note here. You can change it by like this also, but this is really simple, this one. And now the other thing, we want the beat in every note, every same note. So we use the Amplitude LFO, which amplitude is like volume. So by changing the frequency is how often the changes, and we take the delay to 0 so it starts immediately. Now you can hear. So there's the beat, and change the frequency, the volume rise and descending or changes to how fast it is. So I think we'll be somewhere there to get the heartbeat of the galaxy. And then we want a more rhythmic form of it. This is the pulse or beat of the galaxy. Just a couple of trinkets or buttons, and you have something like this. Okay, so this is the bass. Now we want the melody part for it, the sound. So we'll use, perhaps we can close these. Yeah. So we're using PadSynth for the melody part. PadSynth is, if you want something quick and dirty, it gives you easily something that has nuances and has structure and something a bit more complex. So as you can hear, the beat is always the same note, and the PadSynth has the melody. But we don't want this just basic PadSynth. We change it a bit. So we use waveform here also. And with PadSynth, you have to amplitude changes, because I think it does a pad or file or sort of that to make the sound. That's why it's more complex. Also, you can change settings, but we are going to keep it quite simple, this one. So we just get a bit more of the nuances in. You can't hear any changes, but when I press Apple it changes. Whoa. It's starting to sound like something. Just with a couple of buttons. Perhaps we'll change it a bit more. Perhaps it's better with a clearer sound, as I want some sparkling in it also. We'll make another sound still. So yeah, perhaps something like this. This sounds quite good. Okay, so now we have two sounds playing at the same time. The melody sound with PadSynth and the basic rhythm, Galaxy rhythm with PadSynth, and together. But I want something in the higher part still, so I press again Add Synth Edit, and here we have the voice. Okay, we can close this, show voice parameters, and we had the first one here with the bass rhythm, and we'll make another one, voice 2 on. And as I wanted this to be something a bit more sparkling, like stars sparkling in the sky or something like that, we'll raise the octave. I think perhaps, is this too much? No, we'll change the, and as previously, we'll change the sound with waveform. Just play around with this. As I said, if you love music and sound and have a curious and creative mind, this is so much fun. I think we'll go with the diode. Yeah. And we want some more character in it also. Yeah. this is I understand only perhaps some % of how this all functions. It can get really complex, but it doesn't matter. You can try things, and if it sounds good, it sounds good. Okay, and we can use this beat wave as the modulator in the second one. So. It starts sounding like this. I think we want some more of them. You can do a lot more, but I think this is enough for this tutorial. So just with 3 sounds. First, the PadSynth melody sound. Quite simple. And then we'll have the beat sound. Perhaps we could raise the volume a bit of this. Not that much. And then the star sparkles. Then the pad, you can hear the star sparkles individually. Okay, and then the PadSynth. And now we have an individual synth sound. And one thing I always do, I save the sounds as external. So save external, you can save it as a file, text file, which you can use anywhere then with Yoshimi. So do it, and you can load it with load external, save external. Okay, that's it. Have fun with synthesis and Yoshimi.